Welcome to Hood Champion Boxing and Sports. In boxing, you find a way to win or you find a way to lose. Tyson Fury versus Usyk. One can't be any worse. One really can't be any better. Now, you figure it out on who can't be any worse and who can't be any better. Now, if you can't figure it out, I'll figure it out for you. Alexander Usyk can't do any better than what he did in the last fight. If you want to talk about somebody who fought as perfect of a fight as you possibly can fight, it would have to be Alexander Usyk. Now you want to talk about somebody who fought as worse of a fight that you could possibly fight, I'd have to say Tyson Fury. Now, for those who are saying, screw you, Hood Champion, how dare you say Tyson Fury can't fight any worse than he did when you said Tyson Fury was winning the fight easily. And McNicholas, I'm going to tell you how. Because he took it to the stupid, okay? And he started with his shenanigans in a fight, to me, that he had control over. But things went horribly wrong. And for Tyson Fury, I just don't think he can get into this fight and take it any further than the stupid he took it to in that fight, because it was coming to him so easy that he let his guard down, got careless, and paid the price. But that being said, let me tell y'all this. I do think Usyk going to be a hard nut to crack as far as Tyson Fury getting the victory. I just don't think it's an impossible nut to crack. Now, as far as Tyson Fury, a couple of things I want to point out, because there's some people who disagree with me. They say, hey, man, Hood Champion, Usyk is going to get in there. He has more IQ, more skill, more patience. He has the confidence. He proved that he could hurt Tyson Fury. The things that Usyk did to Fury in the first fight, Tyson Fury didn't really do to Usyk. So we can't see it being any different. This is just a matter of the boxing observer having a trained eye, and anyone who has a little bit of boxing knowledge will see that there's no way Tyson Fury beats Usyk. Now, to those of you who agree with that sentiment, to that I say, in the most respectful way, hold your horses. Stop taking it to the stupid. Couple things, right? Tyson Fury's wife. Now, if y'all have kids, or if you're married, or even if you have a girlfriend, or boyfriend, whatever, because shit a little different right now. And I'm not judging nobody. You look for love in whatever place you want to look for love, right? But personal problems can affect you. I can only imagine having an argument with your girl or your wife or your whatever, right? And having to go and fight. I can only imagine finding out that your wife or whatever the situation is had a miscarriage, and now you got to go into the ring. I can only imagine getting this huge gash over your eye and then having to go into a ring and fight, even though you think it's healed up, but you don't really get the quality sparring that you need. And so now you know, hey, maybe my training has been inadequate. And then you got this guy, Turkey Al-Sheikh, who's sitting there with the goddamn Saudi sword ready to chop your balls off if you don't get in the ring, because you've already pushed the fight back once. And Turkey Al-Sheikh is a very regimented guy who's like, hey, I've allocated funds. We've set times aside and dates aside. We've organized all of these different entities to be involved with showing Riyadh as a destination. And now I have to push it back. If you think you're going to push back twice, well, you're going to pay the price. That rhymed. It didn't mean for it to rhyme, right? I can only imagine having that on your brain like Tyson Fury did going into that fight. And still, in my opinion, showed that if he wanted to, he can make that fight very easy. But at the same time, just dealing with the human element here, that's a lot to deal with. In addition to that, right, the physical element. I think Tyson Fury physically right now, I mean, look, Tyson Fury is never going to look aesthetically pleasing to anyone, all right? Tyson Fury is like a big goddamn marshmallow, okay? So let's just get it out here with Tyson Fury almost looking like a 6'9", weirdly slim, fat butter bean, So let's just put things in perspective. But he does look a little bit different this time. That tells me that the shape he's in now is better than the shape he was in when he came in the ring to fight Usyk. Now, the Tyson Fury, the shape he was in at the time he got that cut over his right eye, he was ready to go. So obviously, from the time he got cut till he got in the ring with Usyk, something happened. But right now, obviously he's not dealing with any of those challenges. So Tyson Fury is looking, 100% ready to go, locked and loaded. But I do think we're going to see something different with Tyson Fury and Usyk, and I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. I think we're going to see Tyson Fury. Here it is here. When you talk about total punches thrown, total punches landed, I don't think Tyson Fury, like he did here at round 1 through 12, I don't think we're going to see him throw as many punches because Tyson Fury is looking bulkier. He's looking stronger. And what I think Tyson Fury is going to do is he's going to sit back now, and that punch output may go from 37 to more around 20, 25, where he's not going to give Usyk as many opportunities because the more you punch, especially with a guy like Usyk, the more opportunities you give that opponent to land. And I think Tyson Fury is going to sit back, going to be locked and loaded, use that reach with a strong jab, boom, boom. And Usyk, you watch, he's going to hesitate. You're going to see Usyk be reluctant to come in because Tyson Fury, unlike Anthony Joshua, he's going to use a very strong jab, and he's going to use those long legs to get out of distance. And Usyk is going to think twice about running in on him because Tyson Fury is going to be waiting for that right hand or, I think, the right uppercut. So I think Tyson Fury is going to focus more on power shots, reduce his punch output, and be more intelligent in his punch selection. Now, that's going to do one or two things to Usyk. It's going to either make him try to become more aggressive and open up, because if Tyson Fury is not really punching, Usyk may see the opportunity to try to let his hands go, which is going to cause him now to be more vulnerable to counter-punching and getting caught, just like Tyson Fury when Tyson Fury in the first fight threw more punches. Or it's going to cause Usyk to freeze up and be confused and say, okay, hold your horses, Tyson Fury. WTF. You're not really punching like I was expecting. So my whole game plan on trying to get in between your shots and close the gap and get beyond that bad neighborhood and land my shots, now I can't do it. And that momentary lapse is all it's going to take for Tyson Fury to hit him with the gypsy bings. Now, when you come down here, take a look at jabs landed versus jabs thrown. Fury, Usyk. Let me move that up a little bit for you. You can see Usyk wasn't throwing as many jabs, and we know why, because he's a smaller man with like a 79-inch reach. Fury has a 6-7-inch reach advantage. That's going to come into play. You just watch. Usyk may find himself trying to throw a bit more. Now, you see in the first round, Usyk threw 3, then 13, 16, 11, 13, 12. But after round 9, you saw he kept it up to 10-plus jabs around, and he actually threw 20 in the last. That's because Tyson Fury took it to the stupid. But don't for a second think that when it comes to Tyson Fury and Alexander Usyk, that this is just going to be basically a repeat of what we saw in the first fight. I just don't think that's going to be the case. And I'm going to keep giving you guys these updates on my opinion as we are now entering in the fight week. And I want to do about 2-3 videos a day. I know I haven't been doing that many. You guys all know why. You probably recognize in this video I'm not coughing as much now. You know, I've had that pestering cough for about 8 weeks. That long COVID. But now you see, I'm all right. I still got a little bit, but not as bad as what it was. Anyway, you're going to see Tyson Fury from round 1. If he can get that jab to be as effective as I know it can be, especially against a smaller man, it doesn't matter how great you are. Bigger guy, strong jab, reach advantage, can make the fight easy. Kind of reminds me of Vernon Forrest and Shane Mosley. That jab made that fight easy. Anybody who has an educated jab, who has a reach advantage, significant reach advantage like Tyson Fury, they can make the fight very, very easy. And I really think that's what's going to happen when Tyson Fury gets in the ring with Usyk. You're going to see Tyson Fury winning the jab contest, going to give him momentum, and it's going to do a whole lot for his confidence. And I think around round 5 or 6, you're going to see even more aggression. And with aggression, I mean taking more risk, because Usyk is going to be a bit befuddled, and Tyson Fury is going to put the gypsy bings on him. I don't think the fight goes past round 6. I think Tyson Fury knocks him out in round 6, right? Now you can say, screw you, hit champion. Where's your crystal ball, you bastard? How dare you? You don't know anything. I'm just having a conversation. You don't know either, McNicholas, right? We're just talking, and that's what makes it fun. So I'm going to go ahead and throw it out there. I think Tyson Fury KOs him in round 6. But it's the biggest fight of the year. Bivol and Bernathia was pretty big, but this is a big damn fight. And I just think for Tyson Fury, I just think he's going to go in that ring, and he's going to be on fire. I do. I think he's going to be on fire. I think if Usyk foolishly comes in and tries to pick up where he left off and rush him and land something big, although Usyk looks in great shape, I just think he's going to pay the price. I just think he's going to pay the price, man. But anyway, Tyson Fury, if you've noticed, see, there's a couple things to look at here. I should save this for another video, because Tyson Fury's been keeping a low profile. A low profile. For Usyk and Ngannou, he didn't really keep a low profile. He was kind of out there. He keeping a low profile now. Kind of reminds me how he went into that damn those second and third Wilder fights. Man kept a low profile, didn't he? Came in the ring, and we saw what happened. For him keeping a low profile going into this fight, that makes me feel a kind of way. One, like, this man is really locked in and he's preparing. Two, is Usman Sajad nearby? You know, it just making me wonder. The things he's doing, whether we agree with it or not, he's doing what he needs to do to ensure when he gets into that ring, he finds a way to win. And in finding a way to win, you start preparing and doing things that are necessary during training camp. And I think Tyson Fury is exhausting every single avenue that he needs to travel down to make sure when he gets in that ring with Usyk, he's victorious. Now, some of you are sitting there saying, oh, screw you, hit champion. You're calling him a cheater. You a bastard. You just don't like him. All I'm saying is this. I ain't saying he's a cheater, right? But I'm saying Tyson Fury sure as hell found Usman Sajad for them Wilder fights, the second and third. David Benavidez found Angel Heredia for that Caleb Plant and Demetrius Andre fight. Juan Manuel Marquez found Angel Heredia for that goddamn fourth Pacquiao fight. Okay? So there are times, your Danish Yugos had Angel Heredia when he fought Sean Porter, when he fought Earl Spence. So what I'm getting at is, when you see some of these fighters pick up these qualified nutritionists, strength and conditioning coaches, pharmacists, right? When they bring up these qualified strength and conditioning guys, just pay attention. Because 10 times out of 10, when they get in that ring, they perform better than they did in their last fight. And of course, supplementation, rest, the workout regimen, when you intelligently balance that out, right, you're going to get positive results. But unfortunately, some of those positive results are testing positive for PEDs too. So again, with Tyson Fury, I'm not accusing the man of no foul play. Because if you got a guy like Dr. Usman Sajad, who understands supplementation, he can make sure you're taking the right things for you to be extremely explosive, enduring, and get yourself in position for the best chance to win in a boxing match. Doesn't mean that it all has to be illegal. But what I'm saying is, when you start taking on these questionable characters into your training camp, Hood Champion's got to comment on it, all right? So it is what it is. So we'll see. But the bottom line is, no matter how low of a profile Tyson Fury's been keeping, word on the street is that Sugar Hill, although the verdict's still out of my opinion about that dude, he's been maintaining a rather intense training camp for Tyson Fury. And they just feel that at this moment there's not much better, nothing better that they can do as far as preparation for Usyk. Like they just feel they've crossed T's, dotted I's, called a red cross across the street, hot cross buns. They've done everything that they possibly needed to do to get the victory over Usyk. And I just tell you, I just think it's going to be one of the best performances we've seen of Tyson Fury. And I think some people are just going to be surprised because they're still looking at that career loss that he had back in May. But I think people are going to be surprised how easy he makes this fight look. You got to understand. They always say a good big man beats a good small man. Tyson Fury, if you guys follow the channel, you know I have my opinion on that dude, right? But the bottom line is he's a good big man. Usyk is also a good heavyweight, but Tyson Fury is bigger. Usyk has IQ. Tyson Fury has IQ. So for me, a good big man gonna beat a good small man, unless you're getting a ticket to the stupid. Now, we just saw something that I thought was interesting, right? You see that up and down herky-jerky movement shit that Usyk does? You look at what Crawford was able to do to Majumov, okay? You look at what Tiafimo was able to do to Lomachenko. And I would even talk about recently Richardson Hitchens, what he was able to do to Paro. Paro and Hitchens and those other fights that I just mentioned, those guys all fought in a very similar style to how Usyk fights. And the one thing that made a big difference in those fights that caused them to lose was their opponent being able to get the timing down and have an effective jab. And I think for Tyson Fury and Usyk, you know, same thing out there, up and down, doing all this shit. Tyson Fury just shoot that jab, and I think Usyk is going to find himself saying, "Okay, what did I get myself into?" That's just how I see it, man. Anyway, it's only right that Tyson Fury be the underdog going into this fight. I think it's only fair, man. But I just have a feeling that no matter what, Tyson Fury is convinced that he's going to be able to overturn and overcome Usyk, overcome the loss to a win, and he's going to be able to override anything Usyk brings to the ring because of his preparation, man, and just understanding, you know what, I dropped the ball, it's my fault, and he's not making those mistakes in this training camp, and he won't make those mistakes in the ring. Keep it simple. Reduce his punch output to not give Usyk chances to exploit any of his mistakes. Powerful jab by round 6. Start to get the confidence, momentum going, more aggression. Drop the big right hand, big right uppercut, or left uppercut. Is going to be uppercut from one of those hands, and he's going to knock Usyk out. I think Usyk gets knocked out. He's going to be chest to canvas, ass in the air, looking crazy. And he got a bald head. He don't have that little weird Ukrainian ponytail on top of his head no more. But I think Tyson Fury knocks him out. Because to be honest with you, Tyson Fury, he almost won that fight, and he fought a horrible fight by just fooling around. In this fight here being locked in, ain't no way in the world Usyk is going to be able to deal with that guy. It's simple. Anyway, keep cool in the breeze.